Welcome back, everybody. You had fun yesterday? You know I did. It's the same old story, time after time after time. I am jazzed the day after I shoot. It's so much fun to do. We ripped yesterday. What can I say? We did 8th mile, and we have some good starting numbers. These are not the finished numbers that we're going to end up with, but these are just good starting numbers, preliminary numbers with our tires that we have now. Lots of setups we're going to do. This is just the start. So, you think 11:54 is fast? We're going to get in the 10s. There's a way to do it too. We're going to do it. So, very interesting day yesterday. Learned a lot yesterday. Didn't quite pull our biggest numbers. Our dual battery setup, we're at 9315 on our dual battery setup. This time we only got to 9,115 only, right? Not bad. We'll do better. We'll do better. We're just trying to get everything to hook up right. So the main problem with the launch is your start strength being a little bit too harsh in the back. Like if you're like 0, 1, it tends to pick up the front end a lot. And even at 1, almost laying over the bar, it's not really keeping it down. So I got to find a new position or a takeoff point. I like it, but as it pulls the front end up, you lose traction, your times go down. So that's the difference between like doing an 11.5 and a 11.9 to a 12 or something like that. I mean, a half second's pretty easy when you're not getting traction. So you want traction off the line, you got to get that whole shot, and then you need that mid-range grunt. Where do we get the little extra mid-range grunt? The extra battery. Like it or not, whatever your battery beliefs are, the other battery does help. I'm not going to get Mr. Scientist about it, but it does. And you'll see in future videos, we'll eke out a little bit better times. We'll be pulling a little bit more overall wattage. So enough of that. So let's see what we did yesterday. Took some notes. And if you don't take notes and keeps receipts, you don't belong on YouTube or on Facebook, because everybody wants to see those receipts in the notes. Okay, so from yesterday's run, top wattage, 9,119 watts, one main front battery. All right, 48, something like that on the speedo. I don't remember offhand, I didn't write it down. But the GPS overlay said we were at 52 GPS, I'll take that. And the time came in at 11.54 seconds on our best run. That's pretty good. You know how good it is? This is kind of why we did it. Now, for those of you that have been in the wired kingdom for about the last 6 to 8 months, there used to be a major troll out there. And he made a troll bike. And his troll bike, they tried as hard as they could to, copy wired and, take a wired apart and try to figure out what made it work to try to make their bike faster. And they tweaked it and everything. And then they thought they were good to go and they got it. And they were going to they brought this thing to market. And it was the Predator Killer. It was like, okay. So you took one of our old bikes and you made a bike that was faster than that. Okay, all while we had a bike in development. So they contacted me and they were giving me a lot of crap online. So naturally I was curious because I knew we had 2.0 in the works. So they're coming to me and I said, well, I can't get an old one to race you, but I can get a new one to race you. I will buy a new bike and I will race you. No problem. Let's make this happen if you want to make it happen. Both owners got on board. They said, let's do it. So for months and months, where I was waiting for 2.0 to get finished up over in China and get over here, and we had to go through all the tariff mess and all that crap when they remember there and they boosted tariffs to 170%. How can you even move bikes in that environment? But one thing it did, that 170%, it laid a big old A-bomb on the troll family. And they all went away and they went broke and bankrupt. Oh well, but we carried on. We kept pushing for a better bike, better bike, better bike. Okay, so this whole time, They're hiring people to come ride the bike and getting small people to ride the bike. Finally, they settled on a person that was about 150 pounds, maybe less, I don't know. And they got their best 8th mile time. And they said, nobody's ever going to beat this. We're putting it out there. You can't beat this. Nobody can beat this. That time in the 8th mile was 14.26 seconds. We just ran yesterday 11.54 seconds. Now, that's an 8th mile, both races. To give you an idea what the margin of victory for the Predator is, it's 126 feet over a 660-foot long race, won by 126 feet. That's over 40 freaking yards, man. I don't even know how to explain that. It's like you bought a pedal bike. I mean, your shit is slow. I digress. I knew what we had. I got told I was full of shit. When I said what our motors were going to be, I said, we're going to have bigger motors. You guys don't want to race us. Oh, screw you. You don't know what you're talking about. I said, we're going to be more powerful on the batteries. Oh, screw you. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay. So we have our bike. We're still in business and we're kicking ass and they're nowhere to be found. So more of the story, don't bite off more than you can chew because you just got your ass handed to you. So, and if you want to bring out one of the troll bikes from someplace else and you want to get really, really, really embarrassed on the internet, please, you're welcome. We're in Vacaville, California. We're down on Icon Drive. I got a business down there. I'm really easy to find. And I'll be happy to smoke any of you. And you can bring a little 100-pound person and put it on your bike because guess what? Tomorrow, my 130-pound professional rider from Europe is going to be back in town. His season is done. He's back and he can't wait to ride my bike. So you can get whoever the hell you want in the world. I'm choosing that guy. So if you want to go weight on weight, that's fine. If you want to put somebody head to head with me, I'm 220 pounds. We'll bring scales and everything. So the offer's still there. So I'm already scaring off e-motos. They wanted to race this thing. They don't want to race me now. After that video yesterday, canceled. I called them up and said, hey, go watch my video. We don't want to race you. It's like, I know you don't. All right. So anyway, that's what we did yesterday, and it was fun. So moving along. Here we go. All right. So what were we going to do next here? The next upgrade for the bike is the big brake kit. And boy, this is getting interesting because we got different size rotors in the back. Thank you, Kevin, for all your hard work on that. We're going to work with that. And it looks like maybe the Talaria ones are going to, might fit up for us. We'll mock everything up, see if we got the clearances and see if that'll work. We're thinking about going to one of the options. There's like 4 options on the table. 3 are serious and 2 are pretty good. And 1 I measured for. So an idea, I'm not going to say it by which one, is to use a dot system, so basically motorcycle brakes on it. They're big, beefy, heavy, and if we can fit it to the bike, it's going to be absolutely amazing. And I think that one's going to be the best cost-effective one. So whatever's most cost-effective for how well it performs, that's the one we're going to suggest here on Wired Nation. So, and that's just a Wired Nation. That's just a me. This is going to be a Tim's recommendation. This is not going to be a Wired. Wired's not sponsoring any of this stuff at all. This is just on me. So this would be said, I would say, I really like this brake. Just like I say, I really like these tires. I do. I stand behind these tires. I've used them. They're great. Fat Tire House. That's who you get in touch with if you want the one to Compass tires. No problem. Just go online, go to their site, and buy them. Great tires. So it's kind of going to be the same thing with the big brake kit. So that's kind of where we sit on the brakes. The taillight kit, we're supporting a Citizen Cycle on that one. We're going to go with Brian's kit. It's the best plug-and-play kit and the best value for what you get on the market. His thing is completely thought through. Very easy to install the whole thing. He has an install segment coming up pretty soon before the kits actually get delivered. So that will probably be out once he gets the final, his final prototype. that he has. He's going to go through his bike and show us kind of step-by-step how to do it. So we'll have the instructions well in advance of the kits showing up. So hey, it's something to look forward to at the end of the year, right? So we got time. So I'm in no hurry. Do your thing, Brian. Make sure everything's okay. We got you back. You're one of us. And let's see. So that pretty much brings us to where we're at. So we have some more stuff, but I have a special guest for you today. So hold on real quick. We're going to bring back an OG real quick. Okay, hold on a minute. And we're back, just like that, like magic, right? Anyway, the OG's in the house, man. The 2024, man. Check this thing out. Nefarious is still going strong. This bike has been through everything. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is my dirt and gravel bike, my fire road bike, my go-to bike when things get a little off-road or kind of have to just jump on something and get there. As far as all-terrain and stuff like that, this one kills it. Still rocking the Kendas, still no flats, still no problem. Using flat out's working just fine. Battery's holding up fine. Everything this bike is great. Shunt mod. The shunt mod on this bike is still kicking butt today. This bike still wastes the 2024 Plus to 40 miles an hour. So it's faster. In stock form with just the shunt mod in it, it's beating up on the 2024 Plus. 2024 Plus, a little bit heavier weight too. It's got the extra battery and stuff like that. So it's not a fair one-to-one. This thing takes off like a rocket ship. 0 to 30 on this thing is pretty hot now. It was juiced a lot more. So we had done some different things. We did a little bit of magic in the back and a little bit of magic with the batteries, and we really pushed this thing to see how far we could get it. They weren't with wired parts, but we wanted just to see how fast it got in case some people were talking too much mess back in the day about like last January. Yeah. So, yeah, this was... It's been a fun project. It's been a fun bike, but I just want to show everybody because I get every so often, hey, what happened to Nefarious, man? Where's that bike? That bike used to be my screensaver. That used to be my wallpaper. That used to be whatever. You had some cool pictures with that bike. Well, it's still up here, and I rode it down to the studio today to come do this. So I have no complaints about this bike. This bike was a really good bike. Now, I also bring this up. People say, I want a more affordable way to enter the wired game. Now, here's your ticket right here, the 2024 Freedom. The reason I say that is very easy to upgrade this bike for free, and that's in the controller. The controller normally puts out 40 amps, right? So with the shunt mod, you can pull 55 amps out of it. So you can go on Citizen Cycle's website, look at Brian's stuff from a little over a year ago. You'll find how to shunt mod your wired Freedom. Check out that video. See how just bone-chillingly easy it is. I mean, so simple. And it costs, if you've got some soldering iron and some needle nose pliers and a screwdriver, you can do the upgrade. So if you have that stuff laying around the house, it's free. If not, it's just a couple dollars. So not a big deal. Then people say, well, what about the overheating and stuff like that? I don't have an overheating problem. I went ahead and left the cover off on the back of it because I don't do a lot of water riding. So it's just dust and dirt. And you can seal there's a rubber gasket around it. You can put a little tiny bead of silicone around where the rubber gasket is, and you put it back together, and it makes it a little bit more water and dust tight. I was checking out the other day, and I peeled it off and put some more back on. Well, the other day, probably about 4 months ago. Just wanted to see how everything was going in there. It was as clean as the day I did the shunt mod in there. So it's working. So put just a little bit of bead on it, put it back together. All is well. This bike is great. It doesn't overheat. The motor doesn't get too hot. I ride it how it's intended. It's been a great bike. So if you're looking to save some money and you want to get into a new bike, but it's just a little bit out of reach, like maybe you only have $1,500 and let's say you need $1,500 to get a new one done, but you only got $1,500 and you can't go past that. It's an option, and it's a damn good option. These do come with racks, but they don't come with racks with batteries in the back. So usually you can get these cheaper than the 2024 Plus because the 2024 Plus adds the extra battery. So that adds about $300 on the resale value. So where those are like $1,800, this would be $1,500. If those are $1,500, then you can get these for $1,200. I think I've seen a lot of these go for between $1,200 and $1,500. And I think at these all day at $1,200, I believe this bike's a steal, because there's a lot of people out there that don't have much miles on them. And these are also Samsung cells and everything. And it's been a flawless bike. I really, really, really love this bike. And until the Predator came along, this was the favorite. I'll always be partial to this bike, and I'll probably always, as long as I'm riding wired, I'm going to have this bike. This bike's not going nowhere, and that Predator's not going anywhere either. So these two definitely. The Cruiser and the other one out in the garage, you know, I keep the Cruiser for other people, and the other Freedom is just for longer rides. I don't know how much longer that one will be unstable, but you know, we got upgrades we have to do to the Predator. We have things we have to try out. You know, we got to go do stuff, right? So anyway, so I'm sitting at 4 right now. Oh, yes, I would love to have a 20 also. Let's make that clear. I have stated to everybody, I want a 20. Everybody says, where's the 20? Where's the 20 and the 20? And I was like, man, that should be the name of the next, if Wired ever makes a 20-inch bike, they should just call it the 20 or 20. Just keep it short, simple, straightforward. Boom, it's the 20. A 20-inch with a step through is what people want. 60 volt, 72 volt. Let's make something really cool. I don't know. I've put it out there in the ether. I haven't seen anybody, you know, kick it back to me. I mean, it's easy for us to say, hey, just build it. But for the people like Steven that have to build it, it's like, hey, great guys, you know, but, you know, not as easy as all that. So I understand that. But just to let everybody know, I've heard you and I'm on board too. And I will buy one if it comes out. A 20-inch step through. I can use it because I have family members. I probably can talk my wife into getting it. I know she really loves her bike, but I'd really like to get her on Team Wired. But I need to get a bike for her. So 20-inch. So I got my own little selfish reasons why I want a 20-inch too. So if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. So I just wanted you guys to know I was aware of it. All right. That's it for today. We had a great day yesterday. Hopefully we'll have a big week next week. We'll be putting the battery back on the Predator. We'll be redoing a few more tests. And then we're going to get some longer range stuff. Some people want me to go, I got a mountain by my house. They want me to climb a mountain. So we're going to go climb a mountain. You know, we're going to go take a longer ride and climb a mountain. So, you know, if you're into me talking, it's going to be good for you. If not, you want me to put music overlays on it? You want me to put cool music overlays? Do you want me to make something up for you guys and invent a song for you? Just let me know. I just want to have fun here. I want you guys to have fun and enjoy yourselves too. That's it for today. Have a great day. Stay wired.
Yo, pedal purists in the chat talking about, oh, e-bikes are cheating. Nah, bitch, you just broke, tired, and jealous. Welcome to the future.